Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Welcome to Drinking Bros, fake news. Chilly day in Austin here, D'Anthony.
Yeah.
But a lot of news going on, kids. It's hailing outside, so if you hear anything in the background, know that is the thunderous hail. That is the freezing rain, not the snow. They did predict snow this morning for a little bit, and I got an email from the school system saying, hey, we might start 2 hours later, okay?
I keep getting emails from the school system saying, hey, by the way, just wanted to remind you that we're doing vaccinations over the weekend. Like,
really?
And I just responded, N-O, period. That's the principal of the high school, or the school that Kane goes to, so maybe we'll get into it one day.
Does he want your kid to get a vaccination?
It's a woman. I think it's problematic that you assumed it was a man first.
Ah, true.
Although
true.
women are overrepresented in education. So.
Yeah.
We're
We're going to take it back soon.
Yeah, well, no, we're not, no.
I think so. Men in general.
No.
Yeah, dude. We've got swimming. We've got the smartest person on Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah. If you mean like trans women are going to be the only teachers left, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. We'll take that back. We'll take that profession
What
back.
are women going to do when trans women have just like, they're everywhere?
That's going to be
like
a real tough situation.
What does your fucking Title IX quota look like exactly when, like, is that an extra column or is it we all just folding that all into one?
Not sure how that's going to work. I'm just glad it's all sliding back our way now, you know? We had to deal with Me Too movement and the Suffrage Act and all that other bullshit. We're back. Men are back, okay? Not white men, but men are back.
Well, they're a lot of them, most of them actually. Most trans women are white men.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah. Even better. It's our time again, all right? It's their time up there. Once it's all over, once you ride up Troy's bucket. I want to start off with a huge thanks to you guys. The Bro Boxes have been a massive, massive hit. So much so that we were not expecting this many orders. So we're going to have to cap this.
Yeah.
We ended up selling.
Well, we're not going to cap it necessarily.
Well, today, right?
But for this one, yeah, I think we're going to cut it off at like 125.
Yeah, and it was 100 yesterday when we announced it on yesterday's show.
Yeah.
Go to drinkinbros.com/store and sign up for the Bro Box. There it is right there. Boom. You get a new T-shirt every month, and then a bunch of new items, and it'll be different every month. We just need your shirt size. That's it. So you'll get different T-shirts, different designs. And again, we have cups. We've got those aren't Yetis, are they? The tumblers?
No.
Those are nice.
No,
I bought
etched.
one.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah, I bought one. It's fucking awesome.
We got a couple.
There's a bunch of stuff that'll come to your house, and I think my dad got one too. Shout out to Pops out there for getting a Bro Box. But get your Bro Box now. We're only going to do 25 more this month.
We've got some more stuff coming too. Yeah, there's going to be some. There'll be a challenge coin that'll have the Drinkin' Bros logo on one side, and on the other side it'll say "Day One Homie," and it'll be serialized. So it'll be one of
100 or something like that.
I think we're going to go with 100 the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. So go to drinkinbros.com. /store and get the Bro Box before it's gone. Also, at the live seltzer launch for Hard AF Seltzer, we're going to be giving out, I think, free koozies to the first 50 people there.
Yeah.
At WTF in downtown Austin. It'll be all day. We are doing a Super Bowl extravaganza. Boom. There's the Hard AF Seltzer on the screen. D'Anthony and I will be in Nashville this weekend to do the final taste test on Sunday before it gets injected into the cans. I did get a text this morning from the brewery who's doing it, and he goes, "Hey, I got the fucked up cans," and I go, "Yeah, we had to buy them, so I'm keeping them. I don't know what we're gonna do with them yet. We're gonna fill them, but it's 2 flavors that'll be separate from the real ones. Obviously, we'll do something with them." But I was like, man, I can't wait to see these in person. Do they look as bad as the photos do? And the guy was like, yes, they do. And he took a screenshot for me, and I was like, motherfucker, we'll see you this weekend. But we're amped. So February 13th, the Super Bowl. If you are in Austin, come to WTF, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot downtown. And first 50 in, get a free koozie, and we're going to be boozing all day long. You'll get to try all of the seltzers across the board. Now, let's get to some fake news. Man, Biden's presser yesterday. What the fuck was that?
It's vascular dementia is what it is.
I just couldn't believe it. Where do you start with this? We'll start with Biden's. The whole administration doesn't think insider trading is an issue as long as you're a politician.
Yeah, I mean,
now this one, look, this is not a left versus right issue. This is all of them.
yeah.
No politicians should have the right to own stocks. Otherwise, it's going to affect or infect.
Either way,
the rest of the market and people's 401ks and all that other shit because they have insider info. Insider trading continues to be a point of contention between politicians and their constituents. Wonder why. But the Biden administration seems to think Congress will take care of it themselves. Since when? When is Congress just taking care of something?
Well, no, they passed that legislation in like 2011 or 2012 and then amended it 6 months later, so it didn't necessarily apply to anything, right? Yeah, these people can't be trusted. So obviously, I mean, frankly, the best thing to do would just be to defund the entire government, right? And move on with our lives because the last... are we really being asked to believe that 500 or 600 people in D.C. are just running the whole show here? These incompetent motherfuckers. This dude, the president, who can't even string a complete sentence together without almost getting us into a war with Russia. That's the guy. He's on top of it, huh? Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. And there was a lot of when I saw this. There's a lot of people are tagging Pelosi because her and her husband are huge into stocks. So.
Yeah, it's Pelosi, Austin Scott, I think, is up there at the top of the list. Dan Crenshaw is up there, too. I guess those eye patches are really fucking expensive. So he has to subvert the will of the American public and break the law to fucking pay for them. And also yell at 10-year-olds, which is really funny.
Don't question my faith.
Maybe that'll be one of my Brittany and I are doing these NFTs. She's doing animals that are kind of hillbillies with guns, which are really funny. And then I'm doing this line of political ones.
Yeah.
The first one is Biden as Karl Marx, but there's some graffiti on there.
Sure.
Maybe I'll add Crenshaw to it.
That would be a top dollar sale, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi has publicly stated this is a free market. We are a free market economy. That she's saying we should be able to participate in that, meaning the stock markets, not when you know all the answers, okay? It's like cheating on the test, where it's just like, oh, what is that? Yeah, I've got the answers already. Go ahead and give me that test. It's fucking crazy. According to Jen Psaki, Joe Biden thinks the decision should be left up to the members of the Congress themselves, saying Biden believes that everyone should be held to the highest standards, but he'll let the leadership in Congress determine what the rules should be, which is weird because with this voting bill, does it not apply to that as well? Because the members of Congress said no to that, but now it's like, well, we should end this filibuster.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you can tell by who's in power who's going to support the filibuster and who's not.
Yeah.
Right? The last legislative term from under Trump, where Democrats held the Senate, they used the filibuster 300 times in less than 2 years, and now they want to destroy it altogether. Frankly, I don't care. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go fucking full bulls on parade.
Matt Barnes just threw 50 at you saying, what's good, bros? This is for Dan to have some drugs on me. That's nice. And then somebody else, who is this? Michael Hammond just gave you a $5, said, get a good straw for that booger sugar.
Thanks. I've got a little...
You got a little snorter?
Yeah, it's from Kirill, actually.
That's right. I forgot, dude. He was selling those things.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, but as far as all this shit with the stock market and everything else, it's not going to change. It's the only reason you probably run for Congress or Senate, knowing how rich you can get.
Yeah.
And I know some of the people that we know who are currently in it, that's the only reason they're fucking staying year after year, so they can have all the insider info.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. You really do get access to everything. Information is the power.
It makes sense if you're a fucking cunt, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are cunts. Like Adam Kinzinger, cunt. Dan Crenshaw, giant cunt. Right? I mean, he's not a large man. He's kind of a little bitch, but he is a giant cunt.
I've never met him in real life.
He's like 3.5 inches tall.
Is he taller than Robert Reich?
It's all forced perspective. So every time you see him on video, that's why that video of him yelling at the 10-year-old was from so far away to make him look bigger.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And all the people around him that look the same size, those are all cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, and that Robert Reich thing, pull up a photo of that. I was unaware that was a real photo.
Of what?
Robert Reich
How tiny
shaking the hand of Clinton. Dan was telling me about it earlier, and then I Googled it, and it popped up, and I was like, holy shit. If you haven't read this one, this was Robert Reich. He's the Department of Labor.
He was the
Secretary of Labor.
He was the Secretary of Labor under Clinton, and he's I think he's the economics postgraduate chair at Berkeley. I believe he's still there.
Yeah. So there was a tweet that went out after this voting bill didn't pass last night and said we should backhand this female senator.
Yeah, Kristen Sinema.
Here is a picture of him.
Well, he didn't say we should backhand them. To be fair, he said they should have given her the back of their hands.
Yeah.
Which I'm told is some kind of ancient reference.
Yeah, it's a not oft-used idiom anymore, where it means like what'd you say earlier? Bite your thumb at them.
Yeah,
it's the same type of thing. And of course, know
your audience, know your century.
It's totally unfair they did this to him, and had the roles been reversed, I'm sure everyone would have been just as chill.
I'd be like if my fucking 7-year-old came up to me and I said, "Quoth the Raven, nevermore."
Yeah.
You're looking at me, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You could imagine if Donald Trump had said, we should give Nancy Pelosi the back of our hands.
Yeah.
Right? They would impeach him again or something.
A little rap on the beak. Give him a rap on the beak. But pull up this photo again. So I thought this was a joke, and then I was like, dude, I got to see this. So he is 4'11".
He's barely a human being. And when I say barely a human being, I mean like the person he is, not necessarily how large he is. But he's also super small.
Clinton's probably 6 feet, 6'1" in real life. I mean, when you have to bend over to talk to another man, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. I won't bend over to talk to a man.
No, me neither. Either you can hear me from up here,
I won't bend over to talk to any adult, male or female. If it's a child.
He didn't have to bend down that low to talk to people on Epstein's island.
That's true, yeah.
There were kids taller than that.
All the women on that island were taller than that. Looking at the photos. I don't know how big Prince Andrew is, but he looks like a tallish man, maybe 6'2".
Yeah, he's got those good royal genes that are definitely not the product of incest.
Yeah.
He's 6 feet tall.
All right.
Who, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, his liver's probably falling halfway out of his asshole, just like genetically, but
sure,
he's still 6 feet tall.
Sure.
I feel bad for Prince Andrew.
I feel bad for the puppet, because now that thing's not getting any use.
Well, you don't know that. He may have passed the puppet line to somebody else.
I want it. I don't want an NFT. But I do want the puppet. I want the Prince Andrew puppet.
That would be a lot better than the fucking Elephant Man's bones or some stupid shit.
Dude.
Like, why the fuck would you buy that? That's weird.
This actually,
but if you could
sexual things.
like if you could buy the knife that OJ used to stab his fucking ex-wife, that seems like a reasonable thing. Like the state or the city or whomever should auction off these weird items and raise money for the fucking city and lower my taxes.
You know what's funny, man, is they do it all the time, but the weirdest people own this shit. The last one that I saw that was super creepy that went up for sale was the album that John Lennon signed for the Killer, or the book or whatever the fuck it was that was sold, and I was just like, who owns that? Who had a copy of that? Because it'll get passed around like generation and generation.
Right.
They just sold the vehicle that Tupac was killed in, too, where it's just like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
Ask Darren Ravel.
Yeah, don't drive it around in fucking Los Angeles. That's for sure. Although the dude that killed him is dead now, right?
Yeah,
the dude that killed Tupac.
Both.
He died like fucking a couple of years later.
Yeah, both the guy who killed Biggie and Tupac. They both got fucking murked.
That's too bad.
The streets took care of them.
I mean, how are we gonna do a real documentary if everybody's dead?
Well, there's only 80 to choose from. So if you're out there looking for a Tupac documentary, there's literally fucking 80 of those goddamn things.
That's true.
I've probably watched every single one of them. Next up, speaking of Biden being an idiot, here are some of our favorite lies from old man so far, and this is courtesy of CNN, actually.
Yeah.
CNN seems to be turning on Biden.
No, they're turning on Biden, and that's because they have somebody else in mind. I don't know who it is yet, but
For president?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because there was an article somewhere, I saw it this morning, about we'll get into it in one of these stories. Is it at the end of this one? No,
Okay.
it's in the story after this.
So Biden's made quite a few false claims about his own past in his first year as president, most of them for no reason at all. We'll read some of our favorites here.
Yeah.
For example, on several occasions, Biden has tried to ingratiate himself with the trucker community by saying he used to be a truck driver. Now, this isn't true. He drove a bus for a very brief time.
Yeah, he drove a bus for one summer, and then he rode
A train.
as a passenger
Yeah.
in a cargo truck once.
I did.
One time.
I did too. Can
Yeah.
I be considered a trucker? or no?
I guess. So, I mean, it's just like people who lie about weird shit unnecessarily, those people are fucking either sociopaths or they have dementia, right?
Yeah.
Or both. In this case, I think it's both. So he also has repeatedly told this story about a conversation during his vice presidency with an old friend, an Amtrak train conductor, that couldn't have possibly happened because the man in question was dead at the time. He's like, oh, back in fucking when I was vice president, I had a conversation with my friend at Amtrak. Well, that guy died when you were a senator. So were you talking to like how Nancy Reagan used to talk to Ron on the fucking two-way radio?
I think he maybe went to the grave and had conversations with the grave.
It's possible. I mean, he may have died, to be honest.
Biden might have killed him. You ever consider that?
Oh, no. I mean, Biden may have died and then woken back up. Like, he may have crossed over to the other side. Who's that? Who's that fucking dummy that does the...
John Edwards?
Yeah, John Edwards. Remember
Crossing
that guy?
over?
God, what a fucking piece of shit that guy was. Like, it's one thing to fleece people. It's another thing to fleece them and give them hope for their dead relatives. Like, that seems a bit worse.
Yeah.
That's like plenary indulgences.
Yeah. There was another one. He repeatedly boasted that he had traveled 17,000 miles with the Chinese president, Xi, though the number is not even close to correct. It's about 70% around the entire Earth.
Yeah, so unless he was on like a fucking around the world in 24 hours kind of situation with Xi Jinping, then probably not.
Could you imagine if that was the next what's that's American race show on fucking
The Amazing Race?
The Amazing Race, yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be great.
Zach Galifianakis used to do a joke, and he said the show The Amazing Race is about white people. He said that. So if he ever goes woke, just remind him that he said that.
Sure. He also said that he was arrested in a civil rights protest. This is false. This is an easy one to look up. Bernie Sanders was actually.
Yeah.
But not him.
Yeah, he wasn't. And you can just look for police records because they keep those sort of things.
Yeah. He said that he attended Pittsburgh's Tree of Life Synagogue after the anti-Semitic attack, but it turns out he just called them.
He also claimed that Golda Meir,
Yep.
former prime minister of Israel, invited him to meet with her during the 6-Day War in 1967 when he was a junior senator just elected, right? Actually, he met with her 6 years later, and he also said that she had asked him to be the liaison between Israel and Egypt, because if you're looking for a liaison between Israel and Egypt, you're definitely going after the American white Catholic.
Yeah.
Right? That also never happened. Lie.
No.
Total
No.
lie.
Regarding Afghanistan, he said that we had no reason to be there anymore because AQ was gone. They weren't.
Yeah, they definitely weren't. They had actually, before any of the stuff started in early August, they had already captured 40% of the goddamn country.
Yeah.
So definitely not gone. He also said there was never any sense for him. Being there never made any sense to him, even though he explicitly advocated for nation building there, both as a senator and vice president. Voted for the invasion.
Yeah.
And for Iraq, too. He tried to distance himself from that like a lot of people did, but that didn't work either. He said, when we were trying to get all of our people out over there, Biden said that the law does not allow Afghan translators to come to the U.S. to await processing of their visa applications. Experts in immigration law destroyed him for that immediately and said that it's not only is it not true, but given the administration's authority to grant parole, and indeed, when it came time to grant parole for certain people, the Biden Biden administration did that, but instead of doing it for Afghan interpreters who had worked with us for 20 years, he gave that parole to illegal immigrants.
Great.
Right.
Great.
He also said that he was against the war from the start. Unfortunately, cameras existed.
Yeah.
Video cameras.
Yeah.
The pictures, motion pictures existed. And you can easily look up his support for the war.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in office for, what, 47 years now?
Infinity years.
Yeah. To my knowledge, only one person voted against the strike in...
I don't know about Afghanistan. Only one person in Congress voted against Iraq, and it was the woman from Oakland.
Correct, yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Valerie something, maybe?
No.
No?
I would remember if I
Valerie
heard it.
felt right. It just felt right in the moment right now.
No, she's a terrible human being. But she was right on that one.
Regarding the economy, asked at a CNN town hall in July about inflation and automobile prices, he claimed that the cost of a car was kind of back to what it was before the pandemic. The costs had actually increased substantially since 2019 and 2020. I can vouch for that. Jesus Christ, man. You're not only walking in and paying the exact sticker, but oftentimes now you're paying $5,000 above MSRP, and they don't give a shit. I've been to numerous car dealerships in the last 6 months, and their answer every single time was, we don't give a shit. You're going to buy this or you're not. And they're 100% right. But Biden was nuts. In an economic speech in November, he greatly exaggerated the extent of the decline and the unemployment rates during his tenure. Now, this is a fun one because one of the graphs that the White House was popping up about unemployment versus employment and what Biden has done for jobs versus Trump was that the jobs from the pandemic are starting to come back and those count. Why should that count?
I have no idea. I mean, it's like, it would be like if we were running, right? And I run up behind you and jump on your back, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you would slow down a little bit. And then I jump off your back and congratulate myself on how fast you're now going.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really fucking stupid.
It was the craziest graph.
A lot of people are believing it, too. So it shows you just how stupid Americans are.
If you put it out there into the world, they'll believe it. I posted something on my Instagram about me doing a fucking 3D meta video game that I was a completely nude Polish man trying to escape Nazi Germany. And people were like, dude, when does that video game come out? When's that coming out?
When does it come out?
I flee the country on my grandfather's bicycle seat. And when you put the goggles on, you actually get to become the bicycle seat. So you get to be inside me.
I feel like there should be a Naked and Afraid video game.
Be great. But I want to see the real people without the blurs.
Yeah. Well, no, there won't be any blurs.
You start out in a PlayerUnknown Battleground naked with no weapons.
I don't know what
Dick
that
and
is.
balls? Do you
I think
get to see dick and balls?
Down to your panties. You could probably make a mod.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They have skins that you could put on there that's just a giant cock, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that I'm in for. But I want to get to the point where we're just seeing buck naked people, right? Because I think that's where it needs to go. Somebody showed me the NBA game where you can go and sit courtside, and they're like, oh, isn't this amazing? You're really there. No, it's not. It's still cartoon people. Like, it's not fucking real. And they're kind of stilted a little bit. Like,
Yeah, you need the full haptic suit where you can feel everything.
Yeah.
Right? And it's...
And they make you sit with other people.
Can you imagine if
which you would hate.
Yeah, that would not be great.
Yeah.
But it would be fun if you could relive some of... Like, here's where I want to go with these video games. I want to relive some of the worst moments in history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to fucking put on a haptic suit and just stand in fucking Hiroshima.
Right
Pompeii.
before. Yeah.
Pompeii for that, and the Malice at the Palace, obviously, and try to fight Ron Artest.
Sure, Coney. I want to get the shit kicked
We
out
don't
of me
have
by
any
Coney.
video footage of Coney, though, I don't think. That's the problem. You need something where there's video footage of it.
Okay.
I don't know how much video footage we have from the ground of Hiroshima.
So basically, like you just put yourself in Jackie O's seat in the back of the car.
Yeah. Instead
Yeah.
of scooping brains up, I do a TikTok dance, right?
Exactly.
Because that's what people these days would do.
That'd be great.
Fucking, can you imagine? John Lennon got shot today. Yoko would just be doing a TikTok dance, crying, or she would be like lying on the ground filming her, though, crying. Oh God, he's dead.
She would be the queen of NFTs.
Oh yeah, dude.
She would have fucking.
She might end up being it. She's a giant piece of shit.
Yeah. How old is she now? Is she almost dead yet? All of them are getting to that age where you're like, oh shit, because we're down to 2 Beatles.
We are. She's 88.
Hector Munoz says, hide out with Anne Frank. Anne Frank, the video game, and it's just like you're in a fucking attic.
You're in an attic the entire time.
She's 88. And there are games like that, too, where it's just pure. I mean, that's half of Resident Evil, really.
Yeah.
Where you just got to sneak around, not be noticed. You can't just kill everything.
No. 88 for Yoko, huh? She's going to die soon. Good.
I'm on the Titanic, and I've got a broom, and I'm just pushing Rose off the edge. Because, look, what was she really going to do? In the end of the day, what did she actually contribute to society?
Nothing. Besides that necklace.
At least homeboy could fucking paint.
Yeah.
She didn't do shit.
No,
all she did was held on to the necklace. She didn't make it. Fuck her.
Yeah, maybe give that to his family.
Yeah.
Like to the guy that died saving her life.
Well, he probably didn't have any family because he didn't have an opportunity because she wouldn't scooch her fat ass over off the fucking side of the door.
Beautiful dumper on her. Kate Winslet. I'm not gonna disrespect the turd cutter on Kate Winslet.
No, but she could have made room.
100%.
Or you could have just laid down on top of her and stayed warm out there.
Didn't they do that on what's that sci-fi show with the preppers or whatever when they fucking the Mythbusters, that's it. And they made a replica of the door and they were like, he easily would have fit on this.
Easily.
Yeah. Here you go.
Although I don't
there it is.
Is that a real story?
No.
Look at that.
It's not a real story.
Look, those two dudes hate each other too. That's how you know they really.
In real life?
Yeah.
I did a movie with them. They didn't talk to each other on set.
No, they hate each other. William Inman says, "What's a guy got to do to party with y'all in Nashville?" He's going to be at the game Saturday. Well, you can come find us at the game Saturday, but we're also. I talked to Jason Rao. He's finding us a place. There's a UFC fight.
Oh yeah,
too. He's going to find us a dope spot to go hang out and get fucking hammered and watch.
Who is it? Who's fighting this weekend? Is it in Ghana?
Yeah,
is that this weekend?
Francis is fighting Cyril Gahn for the
we'll find out.
title.
And then if you're at the game, we don't care. Come and visit us. We're in section C137. So, row K.
That sounds like something I want to jump out of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's where we are. C137, row K. You can stop by and do a cheers with us. I don't really care what the other fans think. You know what I'm saying? You and I are neither Titans fans nor Bengals fans.
No.
However, I can't not go into a game without rooting for a team, so I'm going to root for the Bengals just because I like Joe Burrow's swag. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, C137 row K is where we're at.
So back to Biden being a piece of shit. So in May, everybody remembers this. He falsely claimed that there was consensus among economists about how many jobs the American Jobs Plan would create. Pretty much no economist agreed with him. And what they did agree on was that it would add about $3 trillion to our national debt, right?
Yeah.
Then there was the Moody's job estimate that he was wrong about. Then he tried to go back. He intentionally omitted the key phrase "longer term" from this economist assessment. This could help in the longer term. And he also left out the part where it was 1.9 trillion added to the debt. Right? It's this nonsense. And then the COVID stuff. Obviously, he's been lying about that the whole time.
Yeah, I remember the one where he said if you're vaccinated, you won't get COVID, and that's not true either. Because every athlete is now getting COVID.
Well, look, here's the deal with that one. When he said that one, there were 2 people on his staff that had COVID and were vaccinated. So he said that with the evidence in the same room.
Yeah.
That's particularly bad, I think.
The last part of this.
Oh, shit, he's in section 136. Yeah, we'll see you there.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Fuck off. That's great. Shit. So he's on the 50. We're around 35, 40. Yeah, come and fucking party with us. It's great. The other part that was weird to me, and this will lead into the next story, and we'll do it, is that it has been reported that Joe Biden has spent a quarter of the first year of his presidency at his other houses in Delaware.
Is it a quarter or a third? I thought it was a third. Maybe it's
25 to 30%. Either way, I think it's 99 days. Was the exact number.
So that's why they built that fake set then. We've all been trying to figure out why the fuck you would build a fake set.
Yes.
Because he was never at the actual White House.
No, and I guess 30% of the weekends have been spent there as well.
I don't really care.
Here's why.
He don't have to be at the White House to be the president.
That's what I say. And here's the other part.
But they should Airbnb it if they're not going to be there. Frankly, that's just a waste of space.
Yeah, and you could use that money.
Can you imagine Airbnb in the White House?
I actually
do you know who?
can.
Do you know who would do it? fucking football and basketball players.
Yeah.
That's who would rent it out all the time. They would be doing drugs and fucking all over the place. Just put some fucking cameras up and let us all watch. That's a double economic fucking... We could balance the budget like that.
I remember when they were coming down on Trump for this, because he was going down to Mar-a-Lago, and Trump had said, well, the White House is a shithole. It basically, it's just a museum that people walk through all day.
Yeah.
I don't blame any president for not being there.
This has been a critique of 3 of the last 4 presidents.
Yeah.
That they keep not being in the White House.
Yeah.
Bush kept going to his ranch. Trump kept going to Mar-a-Lago. Biden's in wherever the fuck Biden is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clinton couldn't go anywhere because he was, banging that fat girl.
Yeah.
But why? My question is this: why hide from it? Trump just said, "Look, the White House is a shithole." That's why.
Well, he
I'm
also
not staying
said
there.
a bunch of countries were shitholes, and he got heat for that. I mean,
And they are.
Biden's not. He was definitely right about that. But Biden's not just going to say that the White House is a shithole because they believe in the sanctity of government and the aristocracy, and that's a symbol of it.
It might be, and that's fine. But then you've got to spend your time. You got to live that out. You got to write that out. You got to live in the fraternity. You can't live at an annex.
You got to do
or
at
off
least.
campus.
You got to have like at least a year in house, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's got
Otherwise,
to be
are you even in the fraternity?
That's the thing.
Right.
You got to live in, dude. You got to live in for a year. That's the rules. So if you're not going to do it, Joe, just say it's a fucking shithole and move on. It's fine. I don't really care. The creepy part about this story is they have pictures of his house of like all angles, and I'm like, that's a little much.
Yeah.
I'm not. I still respect the office of president, even though I think it's pretty much a job that you really can't fail that much at.
Yeah.
But showing pictures of somebody's the president's house is a little much for me.
What do you mean when you say it's a little much?
It pretty much just gives you the floor plan of the president's house. And let's face it, Delaware is a very small state. I'm sure people could just give you the address really goddamn quickly.
I'm sure, yeah, but he's also got, I mean, that thing is armored to fucking...
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. You can't. There are certain requirements of any place that the president sleeps overnight.
Okay. So what do they got, like fucking rocket launchers on the roof?
They all have like an intrusion detection system. No rocket launchers, but they'll have a QRF nearby that has fucking service to air and air-to-air capabilities.
Can you request that? Can you request a rocket launcher? I would want one.
Yeah, run for president and then fucking win. And you can request pretty much whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I don't know.
I don't want to run for president.
No, I mean, I feel like if you were able to just get rocket launchers, like Secret Service dudes with fucking rocket launchers over their shoulders, Trump probably would have done that.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think that's a thing.
Strap them to the backs of those dogs, dude. Let them fucking roll
Oh, you
out.
mean the Boston Dynamics dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get fucking weird with it,
Yeah,
dude.
that would be pretty dope.
Put those fuckers up on the roof with rocket.
This guy's annoying.
Let's do it. Next up, we got sponsors to pay for the show to be on the air. GhostBed. GhostBed's not going to lie to you. However, you can lie down in it.
Yeah. They actually, one of their social media people responded to one of our users the other day and said the guy was asking about ghost dog beds. And they're like, yeah, we'll look into it. If they do that, fuck, man, I'm going to buy like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Brittany's pissed off at me right now about it, but I've got like fucking 8 dog beds in the house. There's dog beds for the upstairs and for the downstairs. I'm not going to drag the goddamn bed upstairs and then drag it back downstairs. That doesn't make any sense.
Sure. Are
all
they
I'm
going to
saying.
is GhostBed going to make dog
I fucking
beds?
hope so.
I don't understand why they wouldn't dip a toe.
I mean,
into
just
that
get a
market.
fucking twin bed for your fucking and put your dogs on that.
Yeah.
Right?
I got beds for my kid. My kids' beds that they sleep on are ghost beds.
Yeah.
There's a competitor of GhostBed that already makes dog beds.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck whomever that is can suck my dick.
Yeah, dude.
I agree.
I would suck his dog's dick.
GhostBed
Yeah.
needs to put their head in a fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fucking nerds, obviously. If they're
Yeah.
competing against us, they're definitely nerds. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're not fucking nerds.
Rich
nerds.
Rich Bernstein, if you're out there, put some fucking dog beds
Let's
in the
make it
goddamn
happen, bro.
store, dude. Right now.
Do you know how fucking crazy popular that would be? If you made like if a actual mattress company gets
Ghost
big,
dog?
like ghost dog bed.
Yeah.
And it's fucking Squinty. Old Squints shows up.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker shows up. He was the star of Ghost Dog, right?
He was.
Do you remember that weird blaxploitation
Oh, yeah, dude.
ninja film?
It was.
Ghost Dog?
He was a samurai.
Yeah, Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Told you, he was a
Because
samurai.
if you're looking for the way of the samurai, everybody immediately goes to Forrest Whitaker.
That's how I got all fucked
How
up.
did-
It was a sword.
This came out in 99. He
Yeah.
was too good for this. What was going on?
No, he loved it. And he loves like samurai shit. Like,
That's. I don't want to be. I don't want to use monoliths here, but
Sure.
every black dude I've ever known loves fucking ninja movies.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Watch.
Don't know why, but they love it.
Watch the Wu-Tang series on Hulu. It's great. It's one of my favorites. All they're doing sitting around all day is watching fucking
That's the best
old
example.
Kung Fu flicks.
An entire fucking very, very talented, one of the best rap groups of all time, named themselves the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Just because they were so into that shit.
Yeah.
And I respect it. I like when people are super into stuff.
So do I. And we're super into ghost beds. 40% off the bundle package right now. The adjustable base and the mattress. That's how you get the 40% off. If you want 30% off individual items like the weighted blankets, the pillows, the sheets, or anything else in their store, I forget what else they have. They've got covers in case you piss or shit yourself.
Well, especially for the dog, man.
Yeah, dude. So, look, you got to get all the things. And now this year for 2022, 60-month pay-as-you-go program, knock that shit down to like $20 a month, dude. You're good to go. And that's with like shitty credit, so you're good.
Delco credit.
Delco credit is what we like to call it here.
It's getting cold again.
It is. Well, we couldn't tell earlier if it's just getting colder, if he's just going back to Delco, like he's progressively getting more Delco.
Yeah. Look at him. Well, you can't, there's no exposed chain right now, so it's only a little Delco.
It was.
There we
It
go.
is not that cold in here.
Get it out.
Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today, by the way. The chain's out.
All you need now is a fucking cold cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee that you brought in from earlier this morning.
Yeah, chain's out, pain's out, dude. When that chain comes out, the pain comes
Craig
out. Brother.
Butterman, the promo code is Drinkin Bros with no G. Drinkin Bros.
For what?
For Ghostbed.
Oh, yeah. Or you just go to the URL, either way.
Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Use the code Drinkin Bros.
Yeah, you're good to go. Next up, 1/3 of Americans think Biden is a shitty president, and the other 2/3 are obviously just not paying attention.
Well, this one is written in a way that's like, you know how you ask 5 questions. Are you, how do you feel about Biden as president? Or do you think Biden's a bad president? Mm-hmm. Strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree, right?
Right.
These are just the people that 1/3 of Americans strongly agree that he's a piece of shit, basically. But it gets way worse from there.
Yeah.
For him. We all obviously know that he's had some issues with his poll numbers.
37% have given him an F, right?
Yeah, so 37% give him an F. 11% thought he deserved an A. 20% gave him a B. 18 and 12% respectively said C and D. We like C's and D's here. But not grades, titties. His grades for the first year were slightly worse than Donald Trump in his first year. And keep in mind that Donald Trump's first year, he was under a constant barrage of, they were trying to accuse him of colluding with Russia. They got mad because he shut down travel from 7 Arab countries, which they did.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. In a similar poll, Trump got 35 Fs and then combined 34% A or B, so it was a little bit better.
And this is over 2,000 people here.
Yeah.
I don't know where they get all these fucking people, but they do.
Well, this is an interesting poll. It's Politico Morning Consult. I think it's a B- poll on 538. Not that that necessarily means anything.
Nate Silver's a piece of shit.
Yeah. The vast majority of Democrats gave Biden a C or higher.
Huh.
Republicans, it was 85% D or F. Obviously, that's what I was alluding to last week on fake news.
Yeah.
When only 15%, or I'm sorry, what was it? 2% of Republicans thought he was doing a good job. Mm-hmm. Usually, it's about 15, right? That are either neutral or think he's in the decent category. Now, when you get down to specific issues, so this is something that's different. When you look at a bill, right, like the Build Back Better bill, there are certain parts of it that a lot of people like in America, regardless of political affiliation. Like if you ask them about it, they'll say, I like this one, I don't like this one. But once you add a political figure to it, obviously that changes their mind. And usually what you'll see is more people support the individual measures than the totality, right? So you can actually see that's how lawmakers decide what to keep and what not to keep. In this case, it's reverse. So he gets bad marks generally from most people, except for people that lean Democrat. But when you hammer down on the issues, like how is he doing on the economy, how's he doing with COVID, how's he doing with foreign policy, so on and so forth, gets way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Like some people just see Biden D next to his name, like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah.
But then when you drill down on the issues, it's way, way worse.
Yeah.
And a new AP poll shows that only 48% of Democrats want him to run for office again.
I mean, if you're down to 48% on your first year, because it was yesterday that marked the first year of it, you're probably pretty fucked.
Yeah, it's not great.
This morning I saw Savannah Guthrie, who is not very good at interviewing people, but she had Kamala Harris on today. I was surprised to see her go after Kamala Harris. She was the one last year who went after Trump in the town hall meeting. But it wasn't really in a town hall. It was just on like a beach in Miami, it looked like. It was strange.
Yeah.
But she went hard against Kamala Harris this morning.
Yeah, nobody likes Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris was waving the thing. She was like, no.
Well, first she was like, okay, there's a lot to unpack. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Just like jowls fluttering in the wind. What are you laughing about? You're fucking the entire country up and you think it's funny?
I don't think that she thinks it's funny. Here's my honest opinion on it. I think because you read the media and everything else that, oh my God, it's great. We've got fucking Biden and Kamala in there. It's awesome. And then when somebody starts asking you tough questions, you're just not prepared for it. Like Savannah Guthrie is the last person that I would have expected to go hard against Kamala Harris. But here we are, and she didn't give a fuck today. And Savannah Guthrie was like, well, I'm on a time constraint. That's why I have to keep interrupting you to ask these questions because you won't answer them, is essentially what she was saying to her, which she wasn't. She wasn't answering any of them. And you can't at this point because it's all fucked up. So it's going to keep getting worse and worse for them.
You saw it at that Biden press conference, too. He didn't have answers to anything.
Nothing.
Some dude very respectfully was like, hey, a lot of people think that you're basically a retard now, right? And he said it a lot more politely than I just did. And Biden, he's like, why do you think people might suspect that you are in mental decline? He goes, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, that was the wrong answer, bro.
No. You got to say
you say it's partisan politics or something, right? You say something other than, huh? That's Biden. Like, huh? He's like an old man that can't hear or process any information. So he only says, huh?
Yeah.
Like, Mr. President, what do you feel is a good strategy going forward to prevent war between Ukraine and Russia? Huh?
Yeah.
Russia's going to war? It's all right. Hell, none of my business anyhow.
I miss the days when they asked Trump about his doctor's appointments, and he would just say, strong. I'm the top 99% physically. Yeah. I'm the best shape of my life.
He was a combination of Rick James and Dylon.
That's great.
Right?
Yes.
It's like, I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. It's like, that was Donald Trump.
But that's what you want to hear from a president.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking strong. I'm better than you. I'll live forever. Fuck off. Versus this. Because I think he said cognitive, why do you think you're in a cognitive decline? I believe was the exact phrase.
He asked why people would think he's in a cognitive decline. He's like, I don't know. Hell, man. When in Rome, brother.
Oh, it's great.
Or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he said.
I wish we could bet on when he would be dead. Because if we could, we would do it on DraftKings. Okay?
Yeah.
DraftKings. We're on to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is celebrating with huge odds boosts for new customers. Counting down to Super Bowl 56, new customers can get 56-1 odds on any team. Just bet $5 and you get $280 in free bets if your team wins. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, relax. They're coming state by state. It's a slow process. The Supreme Court's legalized gambling about 3 years ago. You can still get in on the action of the divisional round. If it isn't in your state, everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code BROS. It's BROS. Way to go. I just Biden that one out. And get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Just bet $5 to win $280 180 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code BROS for 56-1 odds at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, and Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit, $1 wager required. Only one per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. You should be able just to talk to Kenny Rogers on something.
I feel like if you call 1-800-GAMBLER, Kenny Rogers is probably going to pick up.
Hey, everybody. I'm back to life.
You got to know when to hold him, son.
Yeah. But he
good
folded
advice.
at the right time.
That's good
He got
advice.
out of there right before COVID hit. Best time ever.
I feel like he probably could have gone a decade earlier before his skin turned into the fried chicken he used to sell.
Well, he did that to himself.
Yeah, he did, but
He got a facelift.
it didn't look
He
great.
shouldn't have. No. His eyes were permanently open. I don't know how he slept.
No, not Kenny Rogers, the pitcher, you dumb bitch.
Kenny Rogers. Yeah.
Kenny Rogers, the gambler, motherfucker.
The goddamn country icon. Kenny Rogers, dude. Islands in the stream. Whoever said that in the chat.
It was Boston Joe.
Take a fucking... It's Boston Joe?
Yeah, we should kick him off the network.
God damn it,
For
dude.
that one. You're in timeout for the rest of your life.
Boston Joe.
Until New England wins another fucking Super Bowl.
It's not going to be for a while.
No, it's not.
I don't believe in Mac Jones. Next up, while thousands of people lost their livelihoods, Fauci was making a killing. Old Dr. Fauci this week. Boy, this fucking guy. I'm almost tired of covering him at this point.
Have you seen that picture of him sitting in his house and right in front, like his desk is right here, and then right here is a giant portrait of himself?
Yeah.
Doesn't that kind of remind you of dodgeball?
I
Like where you had that, he's wrestling that fucking bowl to the ground. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You're a 5'3" shitty doctor. The fuck, man? God damn it.
There was a scene in Pool Boy where St. James Street James
Here it is.
had 30 pictures up all
Yeah.
over the room, and this girl he was fucking. So she couldn't go anywhere. She had to look at him somewhere. Is that real? Can we confirm that this is real?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
Okay, so this is real?
Yeah, I think he posted that picture himself. He's probably writing an apology letter for being friends with Dave Chappelle.
Wow, dude.
That's a good fucking joke.
That's a great joke.
God damn it.
I can't believe this is real. So there's two other... Oh, they're circled on the right here. What are those? Just pictures of himself? Like
Another one's a photo. I don't really know what the situation with that is. And the third one is, I'll give him credit, is this kind of normal to bobblehead.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a bobblehead right there.
Yeah,
Oh, I've got a bobblehead of myself.
Right.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's not weird.
But I'm a dick. You know, like
You
expect
also
it
have
from
a
somebody
fucking
like me.
5-foot tall trophy for a
Yeah.
soccer game that you didn't play in.
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
you.
Well, I coached those kids. Hard.
Wait, you have a
Part of the
bobblehead of
champion.
yourself?
I did. Somebody had it made for me from a character from a movie, and
But
like
you didn't make it yourself.
I didn't make it. No.
Well, we don't know that.
but I had
Fauci,
it sitting on my desk for years.
We don't know that Fauci had this made either. Although I doubt somebody sent it to him. Somebody probably made it and he saw it on Etsy and bought it. Let's be real about that, right? Which is kind of more pathetic.
To be fair,
Sweet.
there's like a 20-year window this could have happened because this is a Dwight Schrute situation. And everyone started fucking doing that after The Office came out,
yeah.
which I think is cringe as fuck, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
Well, look, at the time, it felt right. So I'm not going to shit on Fauci with the bobblehead. The painting in front of me himself, like, again, this is shit that I would do, but not Dr. Fauci, right?
If it was something fucking funny, like Jared he makes fake movie posters of like him and his kids battling zombies and shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, jumping out of helicopters.
This is just a picture of himself. That's weird, man. Isn't he married? Where's his wife?
I don't know. I've never seen her, by the way.
That's
Have you seen Fauci's wife?
Yeah, let's look up.
Pull it
Fauci's
up.
wife,
I
'cause-
haven't seen her.
Anyways, so the reason we're talking about this human piece of garbage is the CEO of a watchdog group called OpenTheBooks.com showed some of the profits he's made just during the pandemic. So
That's a lot.
Yeah, they put a FOIA request in January 21, and they received a response in May where they were given 51 pages of information, a lot of it redacted. They were still able to determine that he had profited not only from his federal employment, obviously, that's not really profiting, that's getting paid for your job, but also from royalties, travel perks, and investment gains. So not included in the documents were Fauci's current employment agreement, including all the addendums and modifications, job description, and blah, blah. They're still looking for that shit. But it turns out that the dude made about $1.7 million He's got a $400,000 base salary, and he made about $1.7 million over the last year.
Okay.
Which is kind of a lot.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
You think? They got a pic. There it is. There's a picture of his wife. Pop that up, Bob.
Ooh, that's not great.
That's your reaction. Ooh.
Well, I mean, I don't know what I expected. He's worked at the NIH since 1983.
I mean, look.
It's not exactly a pussy
How
magnet.
small is he? Is he on the fucking Bob Reich level? Like,
Well, he's 81, so he's probably shrank, right?
I guess. But look, even if I shrank, I'm still going to be tall.
Not really.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking 6'3.5".
My grandfather was 6'4". He ended up his life at like 5'9".
That's not true.
It is.
Dig him up.
5'9".
Is he alive?
Way.
He's not alive anymore now.
Dig him up and let's exhume him and figure this out because that's a lie.
He was 6'4" at one point in my life, and then I was taller than him.
Well, here that's he wasn't 5'9".
How old is Fauci's wife, and how long have they been married, Bob?
She's only 69, and they've been
Nice.
married since 1985.
That's a long time.
So that was 2 years into his NIH stint. Or
Yeah,
was it
so he's
8?
third. You're looking at a 37-year marriage there.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing.
So the point of all this was when Fauci was shutting everybody's business down and telling them to stay at home, this bitch was getting paid $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
Over $400,000 a year and profiting greatly in all sorts of other ways.
She is head of the Department of Bioethics at the National Institutes of Health Clinical Center.
Do you think they talked
Perfect.
about him funding gain-of-function research
No.
in that bioethics? Or is that...
No.
She also didn't take his name.
Really?
Christine Grady.
Power move. I can see him being a cuck like that, though.
She's anti-Semitic, probably. She
PhD.
She didn't want that
Yeah,
last
she didn't
name.
want that
No,
Jewish
it's
last name.
Italian.
Oh, it's Italian. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's anti-Italian.
Yeah.
She hates the Olive Garden. Even worse.
Well,
Fuck her.
I think Italians hate the Olive Garden.
No. The most real Italians will tell you that's as close as America's gotten to real Italian.
Here's the worst part about all this. When he retires, his pension is going to be $350,000 a year for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But that's like 4 years.
I
don't think he's going to retire. I think
hope
he'll
it's
die in
less.
office.
I mean, he's 88 or 80. Wait, he's not, I feel
He's
like
81, I think.
81.
Well,
yes.
I'll say this: if society crumbles like it appears to be doing now, he's got literally no chance for existing much longer than that. Right?
No.
It's going to be like that Cillian Murphy dude on top of the fucking all those furniture stacked up with one chair. He's like guilty.
Yeah.
I don't know. What if he just turns into like a demon?
That's what I was going to say. I think he'll end up like Frank Gore. Like, it'll be him and Frank Gore who are still left. But that's about it. Fauci, you dirty fucker. I mean, look, he's lasted how many presidents?
Womb Raider
5?
says his wife has a cloaca.
That'd be great.
That's a puss butt, by the way.
It is. It's a pussy
Double
butt.
up.
Yeah. We talked about that yesterday on the Penguins fucking episode.
And today is National Penguin Day.
And that was...
We had no idea.
No. We want to state that for the record.
Yeah.
Because that is real news.
Yeah.
That it is National Penguin Day, and we had nothing to do with that. We did not know.
Nothing
It
to do
was
with it.
simply a
Yeah.
video that we
Yeah.
stumbled upon yesterday. If you haven't seen and or heard the episode of these penguins fighting and beaking each other's eyes out, go back and listen to that episode.
Another penguin got raped, presumably to death by a sea lion
really
as well,
bad.
yeah.
It looked like a really bad rape. He was pressed down, and I don't know if he's still alive, if the penguin's still alive.
We reached out to the penguin. We've yet to receive comment from the penguin or his
Publicist.
publicist. So
What I can tell you, though, is if you've looked up as much disgusting shit as we have on our work computers, you're going to need expressvpn.com/drinkinbros. Look, people are going to follow every goddamn move you make here, okay? The same company who controls half of online retail also passively eavesdrops on your private conversations at home. Let's be real. Everything that I say just goes to this phone because I didn't put ExpressVPN on this phone yet. And I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It's the only device that I have because I got a new phone. But the idea that a single company controls 90% of internet searches, and I think we can all say it's Amazon at this point, right? AWS, our packages, our goddamn Prime, everything. They run our email service. They track every single thing we do on our smartphone. They even make smartphones. Big tech is more powerful than most countries are, and they profit by exploiting off your personal data. It's time to put a layer of protection between your online activity, and these tech juggernauts. That's why We've used expressvpn.com/drinkinbros for years at this point. How many years now? I'm just trying to think. 3?
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4?
It was since we were in Wilmington, so at least 3.
Yeah. Think about how much of your life is on the internet. Sadly, every site you visit, you watch, all the videos, all the messages you send gets tracked and data mined. But when you run ExpressVPN on your device, the software hides your IP address, something big tech can use to personally identify you. So ExpressVPN makes your activity harder to trace and sell to advertisers. ExpressVPN also encrypts 100% of your internet data to keep you safe from hackers and eavesdroppers on your network. They also do it without slowing down your connection. That's why it's rated the #1 VPN service by Mashable and TechRadar. What I like most about expressvpn.com/drinkinbros is how easy it is to use. All you have to do is download the app on your phone, computer, and boom, one tap, you're in. And I'm just lazy now to not get it on my new phone. It's literally on everything else. So stop handing over your personal data to the big tech monopoly that mines your activity and sells your information. Protect yourself with the VPN that we trust to keep us safe online. Visit expressvpn.com/drinkinbros. That is EXPRESSVPN.com/drinkinbros to get 3 extra months free. Go to expressvpn.com/drinkinbros right now to learn more. D'Anthony.
Protect your digital butthole.
Gots to. Next up, the U.S. plans to solve the trucker shortage by teaching teenagers to drive big rigs, which is perfect. Because when I was a teenager, I really needed to be behind the wheel of a big rig.
Yeah.
Because I didn't fuck enough shit up on my
This
own.
might be the worst idea I've ever heard since Pelosi said we should allow 16-year-olds to vote.
Yeah.
That's real bad. So in response to the lack of truck drivers, currently you have to be 21 to do interstate.
Yeah.
Right? Travel like that. You could drive like a local delivery truck, but you can't cross state borders, apparently. Right. I don't know why that must be a DOT rule, right? Because they put on cargo trucks, transfer trucks, 18-wheelers, whatever, they put, the DOT has these things on now where if you drive over a certain amount of time or if you're reckless or whatever the fuck, it'll report you. A new apprenticeship program put forth by Congress would allow 18 to 20-year-old truck drivers go outside of their home state. The pilot program would screen the youngsters, barring any with DUIs, obviously, or traffic tickets associated with causing a crash, safety. So this is a pilot. They want to do this for a couple of years and see how it works out.
I can already tell you don't even need this program.
Let me save you this fucking suspense, brother. 18 to 20-year-olds, and you're going to expose them to the road, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of our friends are actors and musicians and shit who go on the road a lot, and all they do is get fucking wasted and bang whores all the time.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good for the local economies. Like if you're in Gary, Indiana, and you're a lot lizard,
congratulations.
Yeah, you're about to get fucking paid, lady.
Yeah, dude.
This is upsetting to me because it feels like a ripoff of my idea to cut down on bank robberies by arming the mentally ill and having them patrol just bank parking lots, for example. Just giving guns to people who have like mental problems and because, teenagers make up like the overwhelming majority of fatal traffic accidents.
Yeah, what was that fun little graph you just put up?
I put it up. Dan can probably break it down.
What is it exactly?
Is this from the link?
No, I just put it. This is just a graph I found. Distribution of fatalities and mean population among females and males.
That's why I couldn't understand. I've never heard the term distribution of fatalities. So you're distributing the deaths.
Distribution is a data. It's data terminology.
That's terrible. You're just distributing the deaths amongst the age groups.
That's not what it means at all, asshole.
There's a nice little chart that goes with it, right?
Well, the chart says that the vast majority of fatal crashes are actually more 18 to 25 and then 65 or over.
Yeah. And you shouldn't let people over 65 drive a big rig either.
But you got to wonder how many of those minor crashes turn into major crashes once it's a fucking giant truck. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you just run up on the curb and that's the end of it. Or you rear end somebody in a fucking in a truck like that, you might just drive right over them and the next 4 or 5 people in front of them as well.
Ask Tracy Morgan if it's a good idea.
Yeah.
That we should have these drivers out there. That's fucking crazy. Again, and it's not just for the 18 to 20-year-olds. Nuke it after 65 as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't want a 65-year-old dude
No.
fucking driving like a shit, man.
That should be. We should triage the fucking autonomous cars and make sure that old people get them first.
Yeah.
Right. If you're retired, you just get one. I guess. I don't know.
You just put your hand on it.
It's like your gold watch.
It's like Cocoon.
Yeah.
Tesla Cocoon is what it should be called.
The American Trucking Association supports the measure as a way to help with the shortage of drivers and supply chain backlog. And obviously, young kids are more liberal, so they can trick them into joining their shitty union for the next 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
The ATA estimates there's a shortage of around 80,000 truck drivers. And
I was going to say the pay is fucking awesome.
yeah, the pay's great. We have quite a few truck drivers in our audience. Richard Dinoff is one of them.
In fact, there's a ton. There's a ton of truckers that listen to our show.
Yep.
And it's look, they make a killing. Like it is no longer a job that you make fun of anymore.
No,
You're
it's
just like,
I-
dude, you're making more money than fucking 90% of people.
I think it's the highest grossing job you can have that doesn't require a college degree.
Yeah, so I was going to say, you're making 90% more than people with college degrees driving a truck.
Yeah.
So I understand it. Just this young, boy, fuck
I think
off.
we should just get babies driving. Fuck it, man. I actually had a question. Why don't you ever see preschool shootings? It's because the guns are too heavy.
We'll let that hang there for a little bit.
I'm in contact with a number of gun companies.
Bob, when are you going to put your baby in a big rig?
Yeah. He's already not working enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe too ugly to be on camera because no one's called us about it. So,
Sure.
yeah, get your ass behind a.
Is he gonna go like?
$85K for the baby.
Is he gonna go full over the top like Sylvester
Dude, you
Stallone?
gotta. Have you seen Over the Top, Bob?
Yeah, a long time ago. I know there's a guy in it that like drinks diesel oil. And,
Well, he had a pull down for his arm,
yeah.
so he could work out his forearms in the truck. I think that'd be nice to install for your baby as well.
Well, he'll need it for the training for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get one of those mobile, whatever the fuck they're called. But it's like he's just doing. This kid's like got a fucking bandana around.
Yeah,
He's just
dude.
doing
Yeah.
fucking pull-ups the whole time.
Right.
And we do feed him motor oil, so
Yeah,
he's good. He's strong.
you
strong
have
baby.
to.
And lubricated.
And
Yes.
lubricated. It's very lubricated.
Yeah.
The next one, I'm going to add this in here because this one's a fucking shocker to me. There has been a new script for a film that has been sold, produced by Adam McKay.
So you know it's good.
So look, kids, if you don't know who Adam McKay is, he did some of our favorite movies growing up, like Anchorman and shit like that. And then he turned super woke and started doing...
He's always been woke.
You don't do Anchorman and then go woke.
Go watch. He is responsible for every single George W. Bush sketch in the Saturday Night Live golden years.
Well, he was one of the top writers on SNL.
He was the head writer.
Yeah.
It was him then Tina Fey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but to be fair, George Bush is the easiest pickings of all time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Him and Trump, probably, right?
He didn't have anything to do with Trump comedy.
No,
though.
but I'm saying like that wrote itself as well, where it was just like,
Right.
all right, cool. I will say this. They at least made him lovable because it was Will Ferrell who was playing Bush at the time.
Yeah, it really backfired on him.
Yeah. Bad. It kept him in there for another 4 years. I think that's what they hired Alec Baldwin to play Trump, where they were like, look, let's
Right.
make this as
Yeah,
nasty as possible.
everybody
Well,
hates Alec Baldwin. So
It honestly wouldn't surprise me. I don't have any proof of this. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if that one 30 Rock episode where they were like, no, actually, you should keep making fun of Governor Dunstan because it's making him likable. He's actually a terrible person in real life.
that could have been a send up. Yeah.
I guarantee it's what they did to Trump over there with Baldwin. Either way, this has been God damn it. There's going to be a bidding war for this. There is right now, actually. So he's making J6, which is about the January 6th assaults on the Capitol.
It's just going to be a bunch of people walking between velvet stanchions for an hour and a half.
Derek White has got to play the QAnon shaman.
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to see him next week.
Are you?
Or
Tell
not
him.
next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now.
Tell him we'll get him an audition.
Yeah.
So the same people that were behind the Comey rule, I know that hit series that you couldn't stop watching on Showtime with Jeff Daniels as Comey, which makes no sense to me whatsoever.
never saw it.
I did. I watched it. It was a mini series. It was fucking awful. This is in a bidding war amongst the studios right now. The goal here from the writer saying the goal is to do a ground level view of a momentous day. It's about protesters who became rioters and cops who became defenders of democracy. Someone else can tell the story of the chaos at the White House on that day. I wanted to stay in the trenches.
Well, since this was basically like Pearl Harbor, I think we got to bring back Ben Affleck first, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be in it. And then Cuba Gooding Jr. as well has got to be in it. I don't know who else was in that stupid fucking movie.
Josh Hartnett, Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale's Ashley Babbitt. Just popping through.
Yeah.
But she just keep the fucking British accent.
Yeah. Why not?
Boy, this is going to be the, like, if Gigi just said in the chat, if it was satire, it'd be really funny. You're right. It would be hilarious.
It would.
If you just showed all the weirdos, like that woman with her face is just fucking unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's just standing there, and you can tell she's got 60 or 70 cats waiting on her at home.
Yeah.
Man,
You know
that would be great.
You know what the Capitol riot looked like, really, is the McPoyle wedding.
Yep. It looked like Walmart. Like at like fucking 11 a.m. on a Saturday. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. So the writer's name is Billy Ray, and here's McKay's comment on it, where I'm just like, he's lost me fully on this. So he wrote Captain Phillips, by the way, in the Richard Jewell shit. So that's it's clearly his style. But
well, Captain Phillips, the whole movie was complete fabrication. Like none of that shit was real.
I believe Tom Hanks.
You shouldn't, unless he's telling you that he rapes children.
Billy has written a screenplay that is not only harrowing and terrifying, but is sure to become the definitive cinematic document on that gut-wrenching day, Adam McKay said.
Was he trying to box everybody out that was beating down the doors to make a January 6th documentary? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
This is going to be the best. Nobody will ever be able to make a January 6th documentary like this. You don't even need to make a documentary. Just show the fucking footage, and people will be like, "Oh, this is stupid."
This is a scripted thing, by the way.
Oh,
so you're gonna cast actors and all that other shit. There's currently
imagine the artistic license they're gonna take.
Oh, dude! But there's currently a doc out on the January 6th thing on Paramount Plus. There was a preview for it after I was watching 1883 last night. I was like, this is the fucking network this is on.
Who do you think is gonna play the Capitol Police officer that opened the doors and let everybody inside? Maybe that's Ben Affleck.
It'll be
maybe Casey Affleck. I don't know.
Maybe Casey.
Ben's hard to get.
Yeah, Ben's.
Casey's a great actor too. He's an Oscar winner too.
Yeah, Oscar winner as well. Yeah. Me Too as well too. So
yeah, and he did that Dunkin' Donuts commercial back in the day that was really funny.
Yeah, dude.
Real or no, not Dunkin'. Was it? Yeah, it was Dunkin'.
Yeah, it was a Saturday Night Live sketch for Dunkin'.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. So this is gonna be kind of a thing.
Well, Alec Baldwin's gonna play the cop that shot Ashley Babbitt, obviously, in blackface.
He has to. He has to, and then obviously. The gun will go off by itself.
Yeah.
He's not actually going to pull the trigger. No. He would never do that.
Well, there will be an interview of him later, and he'll be like, "Someone's responsible for this, and I don't know who it is, but it isn't me." That's one of the best lines of all time. That's how I think he got too into that into that Jack Donaghy character. And now he just says what he thinks a rich white dude would say.
By the way, he hit up somebody online this week. I don't know if you saw it. So he gave money to a Marine who was killed, like $5K for like a funeral or something like that. And he hit up this woman on Twitter. She posted a year ago today for the January 6th thing. It was a flashback. Friday, one of those posts for Instagram. Dead serious. She's out in front of the building. And Alec Baldwin, look this up, Bob, because she shared the screenshot and it went viral this week. Alec Baldwin hit her up in the comments section and say, "Hey, aren't you the sister of the Marine that I sent money to or whatever?" And they got into a huge fucking argument in the DMs. And she goes, "Look, I didn't riot the fucking Capitol. I wasn't there. I was just there as a peaceful protester outside the FBI." Because I guess he was saying the FBI should look for her and investigate her or whatever. And was like, I guess the FBI actually did contact this girl. Do you have it up on screen there, Bob?
I think it got pulled because I'm seeing embedded. Let me look around a little more. I'm seeing like embedded quotes, but I'm not seeing the thing yet.
The actual thing. Well, he probably deleted it, I would imagine.
Okay, here.
Oh, it was the wife. Is that right, Butterman? It was the wife of the dude who had just had or the woman just had the baby. It was one of the Marines killed in the Afghanistan withdrawal, maybe.
I
Does that sound right?
believe so, yes. Pull it up, Bob.
So he did get smacked with a $25 million defamation suit by them.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. So
Yeah.
it's TMZ. So he got sued. She sued him by saying that all of his supporters online came after her for the comments that were made on her Instagram post regarding this. And she's suing him as well. It's not a great time to be
Who the fuck is
Alec
in
Baldwin.
that Alec Baldwin brigade?
There you go.
Yeah. People that hate guns but love murder.
You can post it. You can pop
I
that up.
guess.
That's it right there. Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah, so Baldwin said, when I sent you the money for your late brother out of a real respect for his service to our country, I didn't know you were a January 6th rioter. She said, protesting is perfectly legal in the country, and I've already had my sit down with the FBI. Thanks. Have a nice day. I don't know what this font is about. He says, I don't think so. Your brother fought for this country bravely and honestly. Your activities resulted in the unlawful destruction of government property, death of a law enforcement officer, and assault on the certification of a presidential election. I reposted your photo. Good luck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty aggressive for somebody who's going to go to jail for murder sometime soon, right?
When does he have the time for this?
I don't know. I guess when he's sitting at home thinking about going to jail for murder.
If he had a podcast or something, I'd understand. But
He used to have a show for about 3 weeks on MSNBC.
Yeah,
but then he
canceled.
started using a bunch of anti-gay slurs in public.
Which ones?
He called somebody a toxic queen, which I don't know if that's.
Is that bad?
No.
We've said worse on this show.
I'm thinking worse right now.
Queen is, I feel like that's short for drama queen half the time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Or Yas
But,
Queen.
but it's MSNBC. Like, how
Right.
much can you get away with there?
Yas Queen.
Yeah,
Yas.
it's really impressive how he just cannot lay low.
Oh, yeah. Gary Busey should. Holly D is saying Gary Busey should play that part. Holly, he should open the gate. I feel like Busey would open the gates.
He would, actually.
Yeah,
He would
dude.
definitely open the gate.
John Voight. Pop in John Voight in there somewhere.
Jonathan says that we should both audition to be the shaman. That would be a good sketch. You and I auditioning for the shaman.
for Adam McKay.
Yeah. Like how Adam Ray does that shit all the time. He makes fake auditions, shit, and posts it. We should do that.
I'm telling you, Derek White has the features.
He
He's
looks
shredded.
Yeah, very
He's
similar.
got the beard. He's got the long hair. Like,
Yeah.
this should be White.
I agree with that. I'll talk to him about it. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll
Ask him.
I mean,
ask
to be
him-
honest, we'll force him to do it. I'll just take his leg until he fucking does it.
Because
Fuck's he gonna do? Chase me? No.
he's at first form and just be like, look,
Yeah.
okay, we know this might be bad for business, but we want Derek to play the QAnon shaman
Yeah.
in this J6. Is that what we're calling it? Is that what they're going to call the fucking holiday? Because we had a bunch of people write in after we did that episode. I was serious. I genuinely think they'll eventually make it a fucking holiday.
I think it should be Insurrection Day because it sounds like that movie that Will Smith did.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to do that,
That's dope.
have
I would
aliens come down.
I would celebrate Insurrection Day every year. Like, celebrate it.
Yeah.
Not whatever they did.
But I want to see the people dressed. So I want redneck aliens is what I want.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's.
Insurrection Day.
Yeah. Yeah. Redneck aliens.
And then that would be fucking rad.
And the
then it's-
redneck aliens are always talking about we have to build a wall between the Earth and the moon to keep out space Mexicans. I've said this for years now.
Yeah.
Right? And they're out there waiting for us. They're on the dark side of the moon. We can't see them,
Yeah.
but they're out there.
Wait, because as soon as we colonize the moon,
Oh, yeah. Their space
gonna
Mexicans will
sneak.
be there like that. Immediately.
they're going to sneak over. It's going to be bad. Next up, not content with only censoring their own citizens, China wants to muzzle Olympic athletes as well. China continues to lead the charge against freedom of speech by telling contenders in the upcoming Winter Olympics that they can't say anything about the human rights they are violating.
Wow.
This is great. According to a report from Reuters, I got it right this time. I've always said Reuters, and I'll stand by that. I don't care. The Global Athlete Group, which the acronym would be GAG on that. Really want to point that out before reading.
It's like the Film Actors Guild.
Yeah, reading this statement. There's really not much protection that we believe is going to be afforded to athletes, so we're advising athletes not to speak up. We want them to compete and use their voice when they get home. That's a real quote. Hey, guys, just go to China, okay? Now do your job and then wait till you get home before you bash them, all right? You definitely can't say anything over there or we're all fucked, okay? Holy shit.
The group noted Rule 50 of the Olympic Charter, which says, quote, no kind of demonstration or political, religious, or racial propaganda is permitted in any Olympic sites, venues, or other areas.
It happened in the last Olympics.
It happens every Olympics.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think the last Olympics, some Americans protested America.
Yeah, it was, who was it? It was that fucking hammer toss chick.
Yeah, hammer toss chick, and then the cunts that play soccer
Yeah.
that no one care about.
Well, they lost. They're losers. I don't care about. So there's one thing I am with China on. China will only print the gold medal winners in their newspapers.
Yeah.
If you finish silver or bronze, you don't get a mention in the article. I believe in them.
Yeah, that was actually that kind of hilariously backfired on them last time for the Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
Because they were like, "Oh, look at USA! They print the full medal count. We're the ones in the lead in like the gold medals." And this was like with a week left.
Yeah.
And then we lapped them,
Yeah.
or we not lapped,
beat
but
'em.
passed
We
them.
beat 'em.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the rule has always been selectively applied. China's Olympic Organizing Committee has also warned athletes that they could be punished for saying anything that violates Chinese laws. Yang Shu, Deputy Director General of International Relations for the Beijing Organizing Committee, said, quote, any behavior or speech that is against the Olympic spirit, especially against Chinese laws and regulations, are subject to substantial punishment. This decree stands in stark contrast to the 1936 Berlin Olympics, during which Jesse Owens blatantly defied Hitler by beating the shit out of the Nazi master race.
The Ohio State University, Jesse Owens, okay? I want to point that out.
Fuck Xi Jinping. Every single one of our Olympic athletes. One, you shouldn't be going there in the first place, but if you do decide to go, fuck them.
Yeah.
Say whatever the fuck you want and do whatever the fuck you want, and let's get this fuck. China doesn't want a war. They want to fucking bleed us.
Yeah.
Right? Let's do a war. That's what I'm more comfortable with.
Look, I've always said this. I don't know why we didn't nuke them over the whole Wuhan situation.
Yeah, we definitely should drop some fucking bombs on China.
They've killed, what, 8 million people?
Who knows?
So-
I mean, they're over there sewing fucking faces on monkeys and shit.
Yeah.
These people got to go.
I have fucking zero problem with that. I don't get it. What helps cure my problems, though, is Liquid IV. Drinking it right now. Whenever an ad pops up and I'm actually physically using it on air.
I've got watermelon in here. I've got
pina colada.
I just bought a whole shitload. So I got watermelon, apple pie, caramel apple, grape, and strawberry.
The grape is my new fucking jam. So the grape
grape
just
one
came.
is fucking good.
Grape one's amazing. Watermelons is my go-to. They don't miss. The pear. Have you had the pear?
Yeah, all of their flavors are super fucking good.
LiquidIV.com is the absolute fucking shit. This is the easiest one on the planet. This is one that I actually called them personally. I was like, hey, I fucking use this every goddamn day. Can we just do it on the show? It's the best, dude. If you're hungover or trying to just rehydrate as fast as possible, it is a little, just 16 ounces of water or more. Put a little powder stick in there. Boom, you're good to go. And it'll rehydrate you 3 times faster. So you'll be back at them in no time, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
I start off the morning with one of these, and then I usually have one a little bit later in the afternoon. Their flavors, like Dan was saying, watermelon. They got the OG. The lemon lime is the OG shit. Strawberry pina colada. The grape is the jam. And then I just had the caramel apple.
It's good.
That came. And
Watermelon's really good too. That's what I have here.
it's the best. I've got the pina colada actually. So if you're fucking hungover or just hate the taste of water and want to start the day and get a bunch in you, this is the best way to do it. That's why I do it. You can grab it in bulk. It's Costco, but you don't get 25% off. So I would highly recommend you just go to liquidiv.com and get 25% off with the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Again, you can buy it at Costco or they're everywhere. I feel like now
They're all over. Yeah, you can buy it pretty much anywhere.
they're everywhere, but you can't get a discount. So
Well,
go
you
to
also can't get
liquidiv.com.
You can't get the new stuff either, like grape and stuff like that. They're not going to be available in stores for months.
No. So go to liquidiv.com, use the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. 25% off anything you order with the promo code Drinkin Bros at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today at liquidiv.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros for 25% off. Next up, Russia isn't even trying to pretend that they're not going to attack the Ukraine. This is heating up.
Well, they have no reason
Fast.
to now because yesterday Biden was like, I mean, the press was asking if he was going to do something if Russia attacked Ukraine. He goes, oh, it depends.
Yeah.
What kind of attack we talking about here? Full-on
Yeah.
scale attack or just a little, he said like a little skirmish or something like that. Like, yeah, they're not amassing 150,000 troops on the border for a little skirmish. You idiot.
They asked Kamala this morning, Savannah Guthrie asked about this.
Oh, did she cackle at that one too?
She just said, we've been very stern with Putin, and I think he understands the sternness. I mean, it was a fucking crazy statement that it was like, oh my God, you don't sit in on any of these meetings whatsoever.
Well, she doesn't. She's not allowed, probably, right?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Like she would probably, she's probably not trustworthy, so I don't know if they let her in or not.
Can she not just say, I'm not allowed in these meetings? Like, I'm not allowed at the big boy table for Thanksgiving?
I don't know, but she definitely doesn't know anything about this situation. You could tell. Every interview she's done. Like that whole we've been very stern thing. It sounded, remember when, like in The Sopranos where the Artie Bucco's like, I drove by his house, I almost got out. And Tony's like, oh, you almost got out, huh? That's what it sounds like. Like we told him.
We told him so.
Like, look, dude, not only are you a fucking coward, pussy, piece of shit, but your word means nothing. So saying that you told them something or were stern with them, that's you may as well have just fucking shit your pants and stared into the camera.
Yeah.
That would have been the equivalent.
Because I think this is going down, do you?
They're definitely, and
we're not going to do dick about it.
No, that's why Biden's hedging. We have an agreement with Ukraine, I believe, that we will provide support should they be invaded. So I don't know how that's
support with hugs or
yeah, I guess Russia denied that it intends to attack its neighbor, but they demanded guarantees that NATO will not place troops or weapons there, having learned that General Mark Milley was telegraphing military maneuvers again. He probably called them like, "Hey, it looks like NATO wants us to put some stuff there. Is that okay with you guys?"
Yeah.
Because I don't want to offend nobody. Put your mask on. Fuck Mark Milley. He's got COVID right now. I hope he fucking dies.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, he's got like 17 vaccinations, mask, permanently duct tape over his face. COVID,
dude. That's what happens.
Asshole.
That's what happens. I think this is definitely going to go down. Press Secretary Jen Psaki voiced the concern of the White House, describing the Russian forces' move into Belarus as part of an extremely dangerous situation. You think, Jen?
You think just describing the situation as dangerous makes people think you're taking it seriously? You know what I mean?
Hey guys, this is real dangerous right now, okay?
Shut the fuck up.
I want to let you know, this is like jumping into your parents' pool from the second deck, okay? It's dangerous.
Yeah, the Ukraine basically just wants to get in there and install a fucking puppet leader so they can start storing weapons and blah, blah, blah there. That's it.
How's this going to shake out, you think?
There will be street fighting in Russia. It'll be lightly covered by the American press, and Biden will try his best to pretend it's not going on, but issue stern statements.
You mean in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Ukraine, yeah.
Ukraine, yeah.
What did I say?
In Russia?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I meant with Russia, but yeah.
It won't even be televised here, probably.
No.
Because we're not hearing anything. Like the poop your pants of the Vatican story, by the way, I've heard from other people. I did not hear it until you came on the show and started talking about it, and then everybody else is like, oh yeah, you never fucking heard about that?
That's the good news about being on a fucked up show like this is whenever weird shit happens, there's no way to hide it from me at this point because all of these degenerate cunts that watch this stupid show are out there mining for retarded stuff all the time to send to me, which is great, by the way.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Next up, you can learn a lot from someone's eyes, including when they will die. An eye test may provide doctors with a clue into how long you have left to live after an international team discovered a link between the biological age of a person's retinas and the risk of their death. Man, mine are 33, so what do I do there?
Math, because you're way off on those numbers.
No.
The membrane of the back of the eye begins deteriorating during middle age, and a study of almost 50,000 adults found that people whose retinas were, quote, older than their actual age were more likely to die over the next decade. Now, you can do this not just with your eye. You can fucking send a DNA sample in and they can tell you your biological age. Right? Mm-hmm. Like if you've been exposed to a bunch of radiation or a number like degenerative diseases and stuff like that, it'll show you that your body is actually older or younger than what you think it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Dr. Mwingwang He. I'm going to stand by that, and I think that I got it right.
That's actually looks right, yeah.
I think so. From the Center of Eye Research in Australia said, the retina offers a unique accessible window to evaluate underlying pathological processes of systematic vascular and neurological diseases that are associated with increased risk of mortality.
Well, the real research will come, is this reversible? So if you look at somebody's retina and tell that they're degenerating faster than they should be, can you use stem cells or anti-radiation drugs or something like that to stop it, right? Or reverse it entirely.
Right.
That's the next step here.
Yeah, man. And I know Facebook's got that robot eye. Is there a picture of that, Bob? The Facebook robot eye that they're developing? Because that really is. It's the eyes are the windows to the soul, and like they're tracking eye movements with the fucking robot eye. I know we talked about it the other day, but I didn't know if they had a picture of it yet. Where it was like, man, is it just gonna look like a normal eye? Or
No,
we
it's not the eye of Sauron.
I know. I was about to say, this is the only thing I can find is the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
I
so.
want. That's what I want with all of this. So if we're gonna do it, let's really fucking do it. You know?
Who the fuck wants to know when they're gonna die? Unless you can save this information until you can do something about it. Don't just fucking tell 25 million people like, hey, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because how do you think that's gonna work out?
I think fine.
People are gonna start tearing cities to pieces.
Or just going inside the Capitol taking selfies, you know?
Maybe.
J6 coming out soon. Who's going to play Trump then?
Whoopi Goldberg. Somebody that hates him.
You know what the real tragedy of that is? Of his bend into this like type of shit is that he's a brilliant satirist.
Yeah.
One of the best satires of this century that no one gave a crap about because it was a sequel was Anchorman 2. Anchorman 2's portrayal of just modern journalism,
Yeah.
chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Really good. But no one cared because they wanted Ron Burgundy and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like all the cable news shit on there was so good, so fucking good.
I didn't mind Anchorman 2. People had a strong feeling about it, and I didn't mind it.
A little too much fan service. Not as surprising and fresh as the first one.
I don't know how you do that, though.
Right.
You know? It's kind of like the Borat and the other one that didn't do well. Bruno didn't do that well, and I was just like, all right, cool, man. But I enjoyed both of them. Now's the point in the show we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week. Go to drinkinbros.com and make your submission today, and it just comes to the email, and we read it. And we'll even go back in time if we miss some. And I don't know when this one was submitted, but this is from Tom Cohn, and that's Kohn, and he actually wrote Cone next to it, so I would pronounce it right.
Good for him.
Thanks, Tom. That's a real fucking homie right there. From Iowa, has been a listener of Drinkin' Bros since Humidog. That was his first episode.
Was that 3?
I don't remember. We're over 1,000 on this thing, so I have no idea. But he's nominating
That's 59.
Leo Cohn. Reason for the nomination, he said, I would like to nominate my father, Leo. I want to nominate him because I think he's the literal rock of my family. I'm a 23-year veteran of the Iowa Army National Guard, 15 years of federal active service, and I never would have succeeded without the support of my family, particularly my mother, Teresa, and my father, Leo. And you notice how I glossed over that. I didn't say anything else about Mother Teresa.
Well,
Okay.
Lloyd Burke's right. This guy doesn't exist.
Who?
He's from Iowa. He's been in the Iowa National Guard for years. Like, come on.
Iowa doesn't exist.
Don't fucking lie to me, dude.
It doesn't exist.
Just tell me you're a Fed.
Exactly.
He's infiltrating us right now.
He said, I felt their pride in me without hearing it. It might sound disingenuous, but I felt their support without hearing it, although I did not hear it. I feel that being the son of a farmer and becoming a soldier is the most bedrock of this country. I feel that he feeds and that I helped defend. There you go. I like all this.
Brett
Tom.
says Iowa doesn't exist and his mom's name is Teresa. I agree.
Mother Teresa?
None of this sounds real. It's like, hi, my name is Dave Human. I am definitely not an alien. Would you like to get some people food with me?
If you write Mother Teresa.
Yeah, he
okay?
did it on purpose, obviously.
No. But this one's real because it's a long one.
I'm doing a fucking background check on this guy.
On Tom Cohn, Kohn.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're real. You don't just pop out Humidog.
Prove it. Prove he's real. Write something on
DM.
your...
What is your Instagram? At Dan Holloway?
Dan Holloway, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking write something. Let's see. Write something weird on your fucking forehead in a Sharpie. And send me the picture.
Yes. Send it to Dan Holloway on Instagram.
Yeah.
And Dan, I believe you're real.
I don't.
I'm reading the story.
We're split household on this one.
Yeah. It's church and state. I believe in you, Mr. Cohn. I do. I do.
Refuse.
Humidog is too specific.
I've already admitted enough things are real that aren't real. I'm done.
Also, go get the Bro Box. We're limited this month because we just started it. There'll be a ton more available. I think there's only 25 left, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So go to the Drinkin' Bros store. Go to drinkinbros.com/store. Sign up for the Bro Box. For $40 a month, you get a T-shirts, you get a bunch of items sent, and they'll be new every single month. And like Dan said, there'll be some challenge coins in there and a bunch of cool shit that just started yesterday.
And some coupon codes for the seltzer as well soon.
Yes.
And the next box, you'll see those.
Yeah. So we're super amped about that. And thank you for all your support. We greatly appreciate it. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a review. And go to Spotify and rate it. We've already gone over 1,100 votes on Spotify already.
Yeah, nice.
So just jack that up. All of these help the advertisers. For whatever reason, that's all they give a shit about. So go to iTunes in particular. We're almost at 6,000 reviews on iTunes. Jack that up to $6,000. I think we're at 5,900 right now, so we're only like 100 more away. Just go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. And then also Spotify. Again, that's all the advertisers care about. We care about you getting a Bro Box in time. So go to drinkinbros.com/store and get that.
And go ahead and make your travel arrangements to be here on the 13th.
Yes, February 13th.
So
WTF,
we're going to watch the Super Bowl and get shit-faced.
And do a live show, and you can be on the show. So everybody who comes in, we usually bring them up on stage. You can be in the show, and you can give your Drinkin' Bro of the Week away on the show itself. Kevin Walters just threw a $5 to Papa G so he can start the game plan for his fight against Dakota. Yeah. And is that still on? It says yes. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as we move into the new studio, they're going to fight.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Fun show for D'Anthony Holloway. I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Fake News. Good night, everyone.